Okay, happy Monday. Another Monday motivational Zoom. Like I said, past 2 weeks, it's really been Jackie running the show, and she has, well, I'm not sure if she's said anything, but anyway, she had some personal things that she had to take care of, that she won't be with us this week. I'm not positive she'll be here next week or not. However, I got two incredible ladies on tonight. I'm looking to see, I do see Kaylee. And Kaylee is at the ball field right now. So I'm going to have Kaylee and Katie on tonight. I'm going to have Kaylee jump on first, though, so that she can get back out to the field. Are you? Yes, I think she is.
Yeah, I'm here.
I was like, wait, where's she at? Yes. Yes, I figure I don't want her to have to sit in her car all night, you guys.
No, it's just loud out there, so I came to here. You're fine.
Yeah, girl, I don't want you to miss the game. But she was like, no, I want to hop on. I got some things I want to say. So anyways, we were talking, and this is right, like, I think the promo launched right as we were talking about this, about going into tonight, because I was talking with Katie Sue and I was talking to Kaylee, and I was like, we were going over the topics and stuff, and then boom, the promo launched. And I was like, well, crap, that's going to be something to throw into it, because I actually have a couple of different ideas for some of the things. But you guys, anyways, I'm going to let Kaylee, you want to launch it off, Kaylee? I know that we kind of already talked about just getting fresh and started and people getting moving again. But if you want to kind of just share what your thoughts are on the promo, on some of the stuff that you and I talked about, and that way you can get back to the things that you've got happening.
Got it. Yeah. This week's playoffs, so we have like a game every night. So that's why I said don't even worry about it. So I actually am going to go over a lot of the things because we didn't have too many people on Saturday, and that was kind of what we went over Saturday on our Weekend Warrior Zoom, kind of just about right now, this world is, everybody's feeling the same way, right? And a lot of people coming into this are working out of desperation right now. Maybe your passion's gone and you're freaking out because you've been home for so long and you think you got to go back to work, or there's just so many things. And the thing to remember is this is a season and everybody's going through it. Every single person. Guys, I've been doing network marketing since 2013, and it has been like this the entire time. The difference is you do what you got to do within those seasons to, get through them. You lean in, okay? Hell, if you've been home and you got to go get a job, I've done it 2 times, okay? And I'll tell you right now, it makes you appreciate everything so much more. Right now, you really just got to get back to the basics. You've got to take all of everything out of sight, put everything aside. All right. The thinking that you got to have the right picture and you got to be a certain way and you've got to have the best stories. You have to remember what even attracted you to this. I'm going to tell you right now, for me, it was seeing everybody win, and it was, being able to make quick money coming into this that could potentially change somebody's, month, or the product. As far as the product size, we always lead with the products, right? Well, okay. People want to be happy. This world's negative, whether it is the products, the opportunity, the friendships. Right now, people could join just for the community. I always tell my team to try to just touch base on everything, right? One day, talk about the bonuses and the income side of it. On one day, talk about the products. On one day, talk about the, auto bonus. Another day, talk about the friendships and the community you have. People join for different reasons. And honestly, right now, you really have to touch base on all those things, because you just know that you're not the only one feeling this way. You're not the only one that's going through struggles. You're not the only one, so share relatable things. It's not being successful and having a fancy car in the driveway or a huge savings account that's going to make people come to you. Guys, they're following you for a reason already, and I promise they are watching. They're literally watching for you to give up, because that's what this industry is. People join, people give up on themselves. They never stick with it. So usually they're going to think, oh, well, it was just another thing. It's the people who stick with things and who are consistent and they go through the seasons. You don't have to fake it till you make it here. Guys, share. If you're making, $50, right? That's more than what you had before. It's an extra $50. Talk about how you're able to put gas in your car. I'll tell you right now, a lot of my leaders, or that one person who wanted it as bad as me, they watched for 2 to 3 years before they signed up. You guys have those people out there watching. And I promise you, it was people who didn't get in my inbox. It was people who didn't ask questions and who didn't, comment on things and like my stuff. It was timing. It was somebody who saw me maybe filling my gas tank one day or getting groceries, and I shared that I was able to go through the checkout line to not worrying about if my card was going to decline. It's things like that. And those people, it takes one person to completely change your business. Somebody for you to work with who wants this just as bad. And honestly, you have to just remember every day, every 14 days, start fresh, do another 14 days, get back to the basics. I mean, I tried to explain this to my team on Saturday when we did the Zoom, and I was like, you guys have all the resources you need. It's not knowing all the things that's going to make you successful. It's not hopping on every single Zoom that's going to make you successful. It is taking things in and applying them. It is figuring out your way to do things. It is you, finding the right people. I have built my business mostly and my network mostly on social media, right? But I can promise you, everywhere I go, no matter where I go, I am making friends. I am making sure my DFT is visible. I am talking about it. I know what this industry has done. I know what I have my hands on, and you have to just have that confidence in it. And if you don't, you need to bring somebody in that does. You really, really do, because people can hear it in your voice. People can tell when you're making a post just to make a post. Like, you've got to find that passion. And if you right now don't have some reason, some why like that, when you think about it, literally can make you cry just thinking about it, you really do need to reevaluate and figure that out, because I'm telling you, that is what's going to get you through. Leaning in to this community and knowing your why and remembering that every single day is what's going to get you through this season right now. You have to have something, like I said, I don't know if a lot of you know my whole story, but really quick in a nutshell, I came in, had already done the hard part. I want everyone to know this, because it's not like I just jumped in here with Lavelle and became successful. I had been with a previous company and did all of the hard stuff for 4 years. I built my network up. I had people who trusted me. I had people who followed me. I had people that were watching, right? So when I did change, I had done all the hard stuff, the sacrificing, the missing things. I had done all that, right? I didn't just pop in here and became a 40K. But it did happen for me quickly because I had done all of that. So I went really fast when I came in, had no clue what I was doing, guys. I was just ignorance on fire. I was sharing something I had my hands on, and you know what? Life got in the way. About a few months later, I hit 12K in my first month, 40K my second month. And guess what? 2 months after that, I dropped all the way down to brand promoter, completely started over. I was a brand promoter for 2 months. I even stopped thriving for a month. I don't even think I thrived free. And I went back to work. Life happened. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very confused. I was in a mess. And I ended up going back to work for a few months. And it wasn't until about 2 months in that it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, wow, what the hell am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I have been home with my kids for 4 years. 4 years. What am I doing? And it just made me realize what I had my hands on, and that it didn't matter what had happened, and didn't matter that I could start fresh right now, start thriving for free by finding new people, getting, people pumped back up and seeing who wanted to. And if not, you know what? I was going to go out and find new people who wanted it. And I did that. I ran with the people who wanted to run, and I found people. And you know what? I think about a month later, I got back to where I needed to be. And you just have to get in that mindset. And I talked about this on Saturday. You have to not constantly think that, oh my gosh, I need a sale today. Nobody wants to be sold to. I hate being sold to. We're not that company. We are not the spammy people who are in people's messages, who are posting, I need 5 product testers. That's not us. We have something that truly works, that can truly help people. And we don't need to do that. And when you get in that mindset and you flip that switch of truly helping people, I remember Jason speaking and him saying in a leadership meeting one time on a trip that, it's the people who need to know all the things when they come in, who need to know exactly what's in the products, who need to know exactly how the comp plan works. That's not what's going to make you successful. It is the drive to truly help people, to be a servant person, and to, lead with passion. And that, you can't put that in somebody, guys. It has to come from you. You need to find people who truly want to help people. You need to find people who truly love the product and who want to share it. You need to find the people who have a why so strong right now with this world that we're living in, this craziness, who are sick and tired of being broke and want to truly change their life and help other people do the same. I mean, it's not rocket scientists, but it does take work. And the hardest part about it is getting in that right mindset. And I'll tell you right now, getting on every Zoom is not going to get you in the right mindset, but you have to find the people that inspire you. You have to find the people that motivate you and light that fire. And you have to stay by that fire, because just as quick as you could get it, you can lose it just as fast. And I promise you that when you do lose it, it takes a lot more time to get it back. So if you are not a self-motivated person, please try to be around people that inspire you. And anybody, I mean, whether it's friends, whether it's family, you've got to take care of you right now. Have that conversation with your family. Guys, I've had to do that many of times. Ask my husband. He'll be upset sometimes, but he gets it. And I'm like, I can't right now. I am on a roll. Like, I need to stay focused and I need to stay motivated, because for me, once I lose that motivation, it's very hard for me to get it back. I'm self-motivated, but it's still hard for me to get it back. There's days, guys, just like you, where I don't want to get out of bed. There's days I don't feel like talking to people. That is why I tell you, you have to have a why that makes you cry. And that's exactly why I put that in the magazine when I did that article. That's exactly why I wanted that in there, because it's so true. And I don't think people truly understand until, you could be saying you're doing all the things. You could say, I have a why. Guys, anybody that has kids, of course, their kids are your why. But at the end of the day, is your why your excuse at the same time? I let me tell you what, it's a lot harder to work from home and be home with your kids all day than it is to have a full-time job, a routine, and a schedule. Busy people are used to being busy. And so you have to make sure that people know, no matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, no matter if you work full-time, no matter if you're a dad or anybody can do this. Honestly, if you just have to be able to talk. You just have to be able to share. And if you are scared to talk about it, you got to reevaluate, and you have to really dig down deep. And, is this even something you really want? Like, what are you doing? Stop taking the products for a few days and then take them again. I promise you that will light your fire. 100%. I will never, ever go without drive ever again. I don't know. I just have such a passion, and what attracted to me to this company was literally the fact, number one, that it was people being real and sharing, and it wasn't the fakeness, and it wasn't the, that anybody could do this. You just had to be willing to share and to talk about it. And the fact that you can go out, find 2 people, find 4 people, and it change your life right away, like, that's crazy. You're not going to find another company like that. Believe me, I've done 3 other ones. You're not. And this community, I mean, they're your family. Like, we are family. And we go through the hards, we go through the highs. And I just want you to remember that if you aren't where you want to be right now, it truly is a moment in time. It truly, truly is. And that you're not alone. Guys, I've lost my 200K a while ago, and I still haven't got it back. Guess what? That doesn't mean that, I'm not going to eventually. It's a season, and everybody's going through it. So I want you to remember that. If anyone's asking questions or anything, I don't have my comments on, so I can't see anything, but
I've been watching.
Okay.
I've been watching, and I'm totally going to respond to a couple of the ones I've tried to a little bit while you've been talking. Because, Kaylee, you've been spitting straight fire. Like, honestly, Tim came in, and I'm like, gosh, I'm glad Kaylee got on and she just took this off from the get-go, because you've hit so many key points. And one of the things, and I actually want to tell you this one over here that just happened, because I want to hear what you have to say to it. Because I know what I'm going to say here in a second. But somebody said that they want people, all right, like that, right? And I said, you are what you attract. Well, then we got, my area is just not good right now with drugs, and broken people and hurt people are not open to how they used to be, is a big culprit. Honestly, you guys, everybody's area is that way. My area is overran every single day. Every single day we have multiple overdoses. And I'm going to tell you this. If the people that you are surrounded with are the ones using, okay, absolutely, they're not in the right headspace. They need to take care of themselves first. They're not the ones necessarily that need to be joining you. They need to get their health under control and focus there, right? You can't focus on the people that you know, all right? Just the people that you know. You have to focus on who you want to attract and who you want to become and who you want to be. And you want to help people. You can't help them by thinking you can't help them. You have to help them by inspiring them, right? So Kaylee, what do you tell them? Because I don't even have really anybody locally really working. I have a couple girls that are local that just joined me, and they're just learning the ropes. And guess what? One of them is head of an Oxford house. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it is it's a house that basically, it's a step down house. It's after they get out of jail and are out of rehab. And it's their first step into living in society in a drug-free environment. So they're president of that. And I met her, and I knew that she was an addict. And I knew that she was in recovery, and I didn't care. She was making $10 an hour and could barely pay her bills. And I said, I don't care what your history is. I don't care about any of that. I care about who you want to be and who you want to help. And you have to realize that that's what you have the power for, right? So there are people that need guidance and that need inspiration and that need hope. So Kaylee, what do you tell people that say that their area sucks? Because I don't even have very many I don't have anybody that knows me personally, really on my team, like that knew me.
I mean, so I'm going to tell you right now, most of the time when you start something like this, it is not going to be your best friends. It is not going to be your family that necessarily support you. And it's sad, but it's the truth. And the beauty of referrals, the beauty of social media is that you can, I'm going to use an example. All right. Because I know she won't care. Ari. Okay. Ari and I did not know each other. Ari has a special place, I know, in your heart and mine. And she is somebody who has been through something like this, right? And somehow from me networking, we became friends on Facebook, and she watched me and she watched. And you know what? Thrive truly saved her life. She was one of those people who literally got in my inbox and shared her story with me and didn't even try the product. Okay. Did not even try the product first, signed up as a promoter because she wanted to change, and just, and it just happened, right? You just have to be you, and you just have to inspire. And that is what I mean by the confidence. And you have to share things. Guys, what attracted her to me, along with probably most of the people, is that one, I don't put my baggage out on social media. All right. I don't constantly complain. I'm only going to touch base on this quick because this is kind of just common sense. When, doing something like this, you can't one day vent on social media about a baby daddy, your light bill, your kids' school. Like, you can't do stuff like that, then switch it the next day and be happy, positive. I'm living the best life. Like, you just can't. You have to inspire, and you have to, have a solution for people. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You have to show people that you have a solution and share relatable stuff, right? And it doesn't matter, because there's people out there that need this. Okay. It doesn't matter that none of your neighbors, your friends and family want to do it. Guys, my family really still doesn't thrive. Like,
yep, mine neither.
You can be successful. You can find people without doing that. I mean, you can, like I said, everywhere I go, I don't know if you guys are belly to belly people, but like, I like right now, okay, softball game, I'm already talking about it. When I say I literally talk about it everywhere I go, and I don't bring it up because I'm looking for a sale, and I don't bring it up randomly and be like, hey, you need to thrive. It is in conversation. I'm so just passionate about it, and it's just a natural to me that it's just my lifestyle. Like, you have to, just be comfortable and have the confidence in your product, guys. You have something that can change lives, and you have an opportunity that can change lives. And if you're just getting started, I also really quickly, before I get off, want to touch base on this because we get this a lot. Okay, you're just new. You're new, you're starting, you're coming in, and you're like, how do I talk about the opportunity? Because I haven't been making anything yet. Guys, talk about what you're going for. Look what they just announced. You can literally get an $800 performance bonus. You can get the VIP bonuses. And yes, I know they're just bonuses, right? They're bonuses that are going to not be residual income. But at the end of the day, it's a bonus that could probably change somebody's life right now. it could probably help them maybe get caught up on rent or a car payment or get food for their kids or school shopping done. You have to talk about what you're going for. Guys, you all start somewhere. When I came into this, I wasn't making anything. I had to talk about it. I had to find people that wanted this, right? You have to talk about what you're going for. Talk about the trip coming up. Talk about the auto bonus. Talk about these VIP bonuses, because I promise you, not everybody, when you make that one post that you get no likes on, not everybody is seeing that post. Guys, you have to be consistent each week with sharing. You have to. You have to be in, in your stories. Some people see stories and not posts. You've got to talk about it when you're out and about. Like, you literally are doing a disservice if you're not sharing. So please, just be excited. When I am like feeling down and I'm feeling unmotivated, I go watch my first live I ever did. Like, I go back. I had no idea what the hell I was saying. I had no idea what I was doing. I just shared the products and what was going on and how excited I was. And that's it. That's what's going to draw people in. People want to be around happiness. They want to be inspired. They want to be around fire. They want to be around people that aren't going to bring them down constantly like this world is right now. So if you're new, talk about what you're going for. And if you're not new, you have to claim it now. Okay. You have to believe that you're going to do it, because if you already were like, oh man, I can't get that already, like, then you're probably not gonna. Like, it truly, truly is a mindset thing. So lean in, use the resources given. Okay. I know in the team page, I try to share everything, and I added a few new guides into my group that I'll be adding into the dream team. But guys, you have everything needed. The only thing left is for you to believe that it's possible. That's it. I promise.
I love you. I love you. And honestly, thank you so much, Kaylee. Literally, I'm going to bounce off some stuff. And I know that Katie Sue's, this is one of the things Katie Sue and I had talked about. So I know that she's going to have a lot to share on this too. So go watch Andrew's game. Tell him I'm cheering for him.
I'm still going to be on.
Oh, okay. Well, at least now though, you won't have to talk.
Yeah, love you.
Love you. Thank you. You guys, literally, Kaylee spoke so much. Like, I literally was taking notes the whole time, and like writing stuff down and trying to pay attention over here. Plus, I was taking selfies. Honestly, you guys probably saw me taking selfies, because I got to tell you something. Last week I was sick. Not only was I sick, but I had a lot of like personal stuff happening in my life, and a lot of you guys know, like, have followed my journey a little bit. And some of you guys just know me as Amanda, 200K, Millionaire Club, whatever, leader, right? And you're like, you don't even know what it's like to have my life, Amanda. I can't pay my bill. I can't feed my kids. I don't have clothes for school to start off. Let me tell you something. My kid didn't have money to pay her lunches. And I had a lunch bill that was so far past due that they wouldn't let her pick up lunches at school. When I started in this industry, my home was in foreclosure, and I had my car repossessed in front of my house, in front of my children. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, I walked away from the house that I paid for, built, worked my ass off to save, to leave an unhappy marriage. And I walked away from it all with my clothes on my back and my business in my hand. And I worked at the hospital just in case, because I was scared to death, you guys, of starting over. And I ended up having one of my best years business wise, and going to school and busying myself because I didn't know what to do without my kids. All right. So there you go. There's a little backstory. I'm not going to get into deep of it, but I'm going to tell you, I was in a business just like Kaylee was in my first business. And right after my dad died, my business crumbled because I fell into a depression. I stopped working, and I went back to work as a nurse. And my sponsor reached out to me and told me to try this product. All kinds of people in my hospital sold it. And I saw some people successful, but most people just kind of quit after they started. And I was like, I won't be successful at this. But then I found out you could join for free. I found out that you could earn these bonuses. I earned it. I found out that you didn't have a monthly back office charge. I found out that I could become qualified and active just by my customers. I found out I could get my products monthly for free. I found all these benefits that I was like, okay, well, if the product works, what do I have to lose? So I tried the product. I let her send me a sample. I tried the product. And on day one, I was lucky. On day one, I was excited and I was pumped. And I risked it all and I walked away from my previous business and I started at zero. I didn't tell anybody. I was scared. But I claimed what I was going to do. I claimed what I was going to make happen. I literally had like 200 friends on Facebook. I didn't have any other people, like any other social medias. And I literally had just talked to friends and family. Like I didn't know anybody else. Like I didn't know anybody in any other states. I'd never really had traveled to really many other states. I definitely hadn't traveled out of the country or any of that craziness because I didn't grow up with a lot of money or go on a lot of family vacations. I never lived in a house. I had lived in apartments and trailers my entire life, and my parents never owned their property. So, yeah, so there's me. You guys, I was just like anybody else. And I live in Morgantown, West Virginia. I lived in previously for 20 years, the last 20 years before I moved back home, which is my hometown here. I lived in Fairmont, West Virginia. Go ahead, look it up. Marion County, West Virginia. Look at the statistics of the income ratio there. Look at the, poverty level there. Okay. And you'll find out that it's literally very similar probably to a lot of your areas. Okay. And what I'm here to tell you is I busted my ass claiming from the very get-go because I was tired of not seeing my kids. And that was my push. And when Kaylee said your why has to make you cry, you guys, I was working 5-6 days a week, 13-hour shifts as a nurse, driving 45 minutes to an hour each way. And I was missing my kids growing up. And I can tell you for the last 9 years, I've busted my ass so I could be present with my kids growing up. So I could take them to and from school, and I might be stressed sometimes, and I might lose my way sometimes, and I might not have all the answers sometimes. But buddy, when I look at them, it doesn't matter the house that I walked away from. It doesn't matter any of it because my kids, my oldest daughter told me 2.5 years ago when I walked away, home is wherever you are. It didn't matter the material things that I had. It doesn't matter the material things that you have. What matters is your presence with your family and with your kids and the memories that you make. I don't care if you have $2 in the bank or you have $2 million in the bank. If you're a shitty person, you're going to be a shitty person. If you're a good person, you're going to be a good person. And I'm going to tell you, whatever environment you grew up in, does not have to be the environment that your children grow up in. Okay. It doesn't. And if you didn't grow up with much and you were told that you weren't going to amount to shit, that's a lie. That is a damn lie. And you have any opportunity, any time to take your life back while you are still living and breathing, and you can get up in the morning every day. You can take like the bull by the horns, you guys, and literally freaking run, right? And let me be real and tell you that I have, because of the stuff that I've gone through the past couple of years, I've faced a lot of depression, a lot of health issues because of the stress. I'm gonna try not to cry because it paralyzes you. It's hard to be this inspiring and motivating person when you have nothing left in you to give. And when you literally are living in this world right now that people are just hateful and cruel and so damn pessimistic, it is easy to caught up on that. And it is really hard to celebrate sometimes your wins when everybody else around you is really suffering and really struggling. And it feels like you can't be happy for yourself because you're all of a sudden people are like, oh, you're bragging. And they make you feel bad for doing good things or giving back or building a house for yourself or building a porch for yourself or we put a pool up or whatever, right? Oh, must be nice. Let me tell you what, I stayed up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I worked Working Women's Wednesdays on my one night off I'd have from work. I did parties. I did vendor events. I stayed up all night, slept 2 hours. I took care of my kids, made sure they were fed, made sure they had food, made sure I took time sometimes, you guys, where I was so head down that I regret because I didn't even know how to look up from my phone. Sometimes I started missing out on things with my children because I became so involved in my business that I lost touch with reality of life. Okay. And I started missing things when I was sitting right in front of them because I didn't know how to come up for air. So I will be the first to tell you that if you're at your kid's ball game, put your damn phone down and watch their ball game, because I never want my kid to look up and to see mom's head in the phone. I want my kids to know I'm present and I'm there for them. All right. Your body being there doesn't matter if your mind isn't there. Right. I'm telling you that truly from the heart, because you can do your work while you're pooping. Okay. Like literally. Instead of watching that Netflix show, reward yourself with a Netflix show after you've done a couple things for your business. All right. You have to decide that what you want doesn't have to be what the next person wants. I never joined this industry to be a millionaire. I was a terrible steward with my money, and I am in a lot of debt because of my past decisions and because of divorce. Okay. Like literally I am. It's just keeping it real with you guys. Fortunately, I have a fiance that tells me every day that doesn't matter, that we're going to get through this. And I'm like, man, if you want to marry me and I'm like this much in debt after all of that, like you must love me, because truly after I wrecked my car last month, sorry, and they totaled it. It was the last thing I had. I felt like Jesus, literally. Now I really lost it all. And I keep on remembering I got my kids. I have a roof over my head and I have an incredible business and opportunity that I can change a lot of lives with. And who cares about a car? It can be replaced. All right. I can't be replaced. My kids can't be replaced. My friend, like my fiance, can't be replaced. Who's going to be my husband next month? Next month. And I gotta tell you, people are gonna come and go, and people are gonna doubt you, and they're whatever. I don't care what people think about my business, because I'm all about proving people wrong. I'm all about the underdog, like coming out on top. Because if people had to bet on me, man, they never would have thought that I would be where I am at, or I would have accomplished what I've accomplished, or that I would have the degrees that I have. I want you guys to know your passion for why you're going to be successful and why you're on the Zoom right now. It has to come from here. It can't be because you want to be this fucking supermodel on social media and you want to be this awesome influencer. Okay. It can't be because you want to have these perfect pictures and paint this freaking stupid picture that life's grand and designer purses and going into debt is the cool thing to do. Okay. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is somebody being able to buy groceries at the grocery store without having to put shit back. I want people to be able to get to work in a car that they don't have to worry about it breaking down. I don't want people having to go through their freaking couch cushions for change to be able to buy milk for their kids. I don't want people to worry if like they're going to have a place to sleep next month. I want people to know that if they show up every day and they are willing to learn and they are willing to allow their past to be in their past, because who they were yesterday doesn't mean it's not who they're going to be tomorrow unless you choose to stay there. Okay. And so you have to decide, like, this business, it's whatever you want it to be. It can be your bridge to getting to where you want to go. It can be how you pay for school. It can be how you pay for debt. It can be how you build the business that truly is going to drive you every day. Because let's be real, not everybody is going to want to sell supplements for the rest of their life. Okay. I don't even look at it like that. I look at it because honestly, I hate selling shit. Like, truly keeping it real, I hate selling shit. Like, here I am. I'm telling you, I hate to sell shit. But I love to help people. So if what I have can help you, then by golly, I'm going to tell you about it. If you tell me you can't sleep, I've got a solution or something that you can try and see if it helps you. If you tell me your joints hurt and like you can't move around, I'm going to tell you about Move. I'm going to tell you about how my friend's dad said that nothing helped him. And he was a mail carrier for years and years and years until he tried Move, and he shot that stuff down his throat. And he said, it's not the greatest tasting stuff, but boy, it works. How do I get more? I said, let me get you started. Okay. If you have literally people in your life that want to get out there and play with their kids, and man, they haven't been able to move off that damn couch and have zero motivation, you get the sample in their hands and see what happens. Because when their children start telling mommy, I'm so glad you played with me today. Promise you, it's going to change your life. You might not have the $1 million paycheck, but buddy, that $50 paycheck and that person sending you that one message gives you hope that you're going to help the next person, right? It gives you hope that you're going to help the next person. And, I'm going to say this, people are going to join because of multiple reasons. Kaylee touched on this, but community, because people they have shitty friends. All right. Or maybe they don't even have any friends. Maybe they don't have any friends, like true friends, people that are going to be there for the ugly, the awesome, and the roller coaster, batshit crazy person that you might be. Okay. Because I'm crazy sometimes. But the community is going to be here and they're going to do life with you. Chas Marie says that all the time. And boy, is it true. We do life together. It gets hard sometimes. Sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes it's great. And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a new flashy new company coming around the corner all the time. Every business you come into, it's going to happen. You're going to have times, slow seasons, busy seasons, whatever. I'm going to be honest with you though. If somebody starting tomorrow can be successful, then you standing there right now can be successful. Okay. It's just the truth. People are going to join because they need an income. People are going to join because they need results. All right. They need to pay a bill. They need, whatever quick money, or they need to lose weight. They need energy. They need to feel better. They need sleep. I needed all of the above. People are going to join because they just want to be part of something. All right. Like if you were a club person when you were in school, like I cheered, I played softball, I was always in activities. I need community. All right. And my dad was a firefighter, and like, I like to be helpful. I'm a nurse and I did hair, and I like, that's just who I am. Okay. And before that, I worked in substance abuse. So when you talk about addiction, it's a very near and dear thing for me. And that's what I went to school with before I went to nursing school. And when I worked in that atmosphere and area, I knew that I always wanted to be able to help people. And that's why I became a nurse, honestly. That's why I became a nurse, because I felt like I could help people better in that avenue. So people are going to join for different reasons. So please do not think that you need to join and you need to post fancy cars to attract people, because honestly, chances are you're not going to attract people with those fancy cars, except for bougie people that are already like there, right? So you want to attract people that are going to be hard workers, that are going to be passionate about what it is they're going after. And so you want to create those opportunities for people in the way that is best for them. Okay. Again, solutions. And there's going to be periods, seasons of change. And like Kaylee said, desperation. Sometimes people work out of desperation, and you can never create abundance in a desperation mode. All right. And you can never create abundance for others, or a vision of abundance for others, in a desperation mode. And if you're in a desperation mode, then you need to have something that is a guaranteed paycheck like week to week. And yes, you need to get another job if that is what you are solely relying on, and it is falling short because you are struggling. You guys, this is a commissions-based business. Okay. And in order to grow that, you have to talk to people, you have to network with people, and you have to find a way to help people get results, whether that's in their journey, their weight loss journey, their health journey, their business journey, or whatever. Right. But guess what? You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and you're not going to have the answers for everyone. And you can't do the work for people. And me, I'm a people pleaser. Okay, I'm a people pleaser and I'm a solutions person, but it kills me, like eats me up. If you guys are, any of you are really empathetic people, you feel people's energies, and like it drains you when other people are struggling. Okay, and you want to help them, but you can't do it for them. Right? So true, to be real, I'm gonna shut up and let Katie Sue talk. And I'm sorry, we're probably gonna run over a couple minutes, but Katie Sue, you're going to take over here in just a second after I finish this sentence, because I got more I could say, but I got to shut up. You guys literally will never grow in your business being somebody that you aren't. All right. You may be finding yourself. You may not even know who the hell you are, because you have been straight up in mom mode, in nurse mode, in wife mode, in daughter mode, in whatever mode you've been in. Maybe you're a combination of those modes. Okay. And you don't even know what you like anymore. You don't even know that you love to plant beautiful flowers and see them bloom. You don't even know that you like to go for walks, because when's the last time you did that, or took a bubble bath, because you feel like you haven't had time. Right? You don't even know you like to watch movies or to cuddle. Like seriously, because you don't take time for you. Well, guess what? If you do one thing a day for your business, something that makes you excited because you figured out that you can help people, that you can help yourself, then you're going to be a hell of a lot better chance of hitting where you're going and helping the people that you want to help along the way, because you're doing it from the right place. You're doing it for here. You're not doing it because the paycheck you're going to get. And don't get me wrong, we're here for a paycheck too. Okay, so that business means you got to do the business. You got to talk to people. You got to get people on products. You got to help people create a business and like learn how to do this. But you do not need to say the perfect things. You're not going to have the perfect answer, because a person not ready to join is not ready to join. But if you keep on sharing stories, testimonies, and your own experiences, struggles, accomplishments, and all, that's how you're going to reach the people that need to hear it. So anyways, Katie, I'm going to shut up for a second and go blow my nose, because now, like, after crying, like, snot.
Y'all, I don't even know how to finish, because these two like just took us to church on a freaking Monday. So, I mean, I feel like both of them touched on amazing things that I kind of already had in mind too. Like when Kaylee said your people are going to feel your passion. If you're just going through the motions and throwing a post up, or trying to sound like somebody else, and not just being who you are and sharing your experience, people are going to know that. They're going to feel that. And I'm going to be so transparent. I feel like this summer I caught myself just going through the motions, and I'm sure we can all relate. We're all so freaking busy with our kids home. I have teenagers now, and I feel like the older my kids get, the faster time is, like the more busy we are. And this summer just totally got away with us with sports, swimming. You can't be on your phone when you're in the water. Just normal excuses that kind of got in the way. I did not ever lose my passion. I've been thriving for 5 years now. This summer, like this month, will be my 5th year thriving. I've never lost my passion in these products or this opportunity, but there have been times where life has pulled my focus. And that's when I have to look myself in the mirror and ask myself, why? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I a thriver? And a few weeks ago, when Courtney Glazier, I think it was the payday call, she was on, but she went off on this tangent about personal development at the very end. And that is one thing that probably was put on the back burner. Like, one of the first things that was put on the back burner this summer was my own personal development. When we're busy, we're in the car, we don't sit down and read. We don't make ourselves do and what's filling our cup. And for me, from the get-go, personal development, coming from my messed up background, like that is what seriously grew me, and grew my business from the very get-go. It's what always has pushed me. But for whatever reason, this summer when I got busy, I would just pop on a podcast, and I feel like Amanda said this too, like the whole world just feels off right now, right? Like it just feels weird, like different. We're all coming off this, like, I feel like this adrenaline crash from the world shutting down and this crazy virus and all this crap going on. I feel like we're all just kind of burnt out, and the world is all feeling that. But amongst the busyness of summer, I feel like I put my personal development on the back burner. And it started when my 2 favorite podcasts stopped releasing weekly or like daily episodes. I felt like, oh yeah, I listened to my podcast this week, that's good. And then I would just go about my busy ass day. But when Courtney went off on her tangent on that Tuesday payday call, that's what kicked myself in the ass. And I'm like, Katie Sue, that is the first thing you're messing up on. I almost dropped an F-bomb. But that's like how serious it is to me. That's how serious I took it. Like, you are effing up, Katie Sue. You totally dropped the ball on your personal development. And I went and I bought the book she mentioned, Embrace Your Almost. And I swear to God, I freaking needed to read this like 2 years ago, you guys. Like 2 years ago. I feel like I got distracted. Like I said, I've never lost the passion for this products, for my team, for this opportunity, but I did lose focus. And one part that I really want to talk about is she talks about how to get back to your passion after a burnout, after a devastating loss, heartbreak, just when life happens. How do you get back to your passion? How do you move forward? How do you keep going? How do you keep putting like one foot in front of the other and keep moving and make progress? And we've heard it a million freaking times, but it's, why did you start? You literally have to go back and ask yourselves, why did you start? And for me, I started because I wanted to feel good. I literally needed energy. I saw these girls on Facebook that I had been following from a previous company, and I wanted that. I saw their smiles light up. They were running around in their yard with their boys. And I was that couch mom sitting, watching my baby roll around on the floor, watching my 2 oldest giggling from, the front yard. But I was on the couch. And I had just quit my daycare job. I literally like had a mental breakdown just because I had lost myself. And I thought taking the summer off, spending time with my kids was what I needed to get back to, you know, a good mental health, basically. Like, and I just was wasting the entire summer on the couch. And that's when I saw Thrive on Facebook and I decided to give it a try. And I cannot forget that first day. When I lose focus, I go back to that first day. I just wanted to feel good. I wanted to get my ass off the couch and I wanted to be that active mom that I always dreamed of. I wanted to be the mom that I didn't have. And that is why I started. And then you need to defined to you, to yourself, not to what Amanda thinks is success, not what Kaylee Croup thinks is success, not what anybody else in this freaking business or in this industry defines as this success or enough. You have to do that for yourself. What is enough? And for me, at that point when I started, it was to thrive for free. That was enough. I didn't even think about 200K. I didn't even think about that extra paycheck. I just wanted to freaking feel good, you guys. And I was told I could thrive for free. So that's what the freak I did. I realized that by helping two people feel good, I could also continue to feel good without breaking my budget, you know? So that was enough for me until it wasn't enough anymore, you guys. Then I started seeing, I think at this point I had gone to a leadership retreat my first year in, and I met Amanda. And her transparency is what always has lit that fire in me to run with this business. If somebody like her could, like, in all of her glorious, beautiful flaws, she may say, if she could do this, I freaking could too. And I'll cry too. But that's that day sitting around the fire, that's when I decided I was going to be my own hero and I was going to freaking do this. I started just by dreaming small, and just like Kaylee said, share why you started. I wanted to fill my fridge with groceries in between checks. My husband was the only one getting paid at that time because I said I had quit my daycare job because I just couldn't do it. I was so overwhelmed. So not only was I feeling better, but now I wanted to start freaking filling our fridge so my husband didn't have to stress when things got low before his paycheck. And then it just went from there. And then I feel like I just ran with it, you guys. I literally was ignorance on fire, just like Kaylee Croup said when she first started. I just wanted to help the next two, and then the next two, and then the next two. And at that point, I had like the highest PPA ever. I was just getting into working out. I was a product of the product. And right now, this summer, I feel like that's where I've lost focus the most, is being, of course, I was thriving out loud still. This whole entire summer, we played co-ed softball. Our pitcher asked me what my sticker on my shin was. I was like, dude, you limp after every softball game. You need this shit, okay? And I set him up with a sample. But I was thriving out loud this entire summer, but I feel like maybe my focus was just pulled with how busy we were. So right now, I decided I'm getting back to the basics. I'm going to share exactly how I was when I first started. I'm going to redo the E60 challenge, starting with the detox. And this is how I plan on getting people started with this promo too. I'm going to ask them to do the challenge with me. I'm going to be a product of the product. I'm going to get back on my Facebook, show my face. You guys, like one of my runners, I'm just going to call her what she is, a runner. She joined me because she saw me going live on my Facebook and she could see my physical results, my face. I don't know if you guys have known me or what, but I have had an amazing transformation just with my skin. And that live, she's known me before Thrive. That live is what showed her that this was true. This was real. So I'm going to get back in front of people. And the majority of my team I have met through social media. So I need to get back on my social media. This summer, I was less on it, more involved in my community, like surroundings, being active with my kids, and that is perfectly fine too. And that's something I've learned in my business as well, is hustle culture fucking sucks. I'm just going to say it. You need to unplug. You need to fill your cup. And I think that's where a lot of us get messed up. We want to be 200K so freaking bad, but we can't even tell ourselves why we want that. Like, we can't even, like, we don't know why we want that, just other than seeing somebody else be 200K. So
you nailed it.
So that's what I think we just all need to get back to. Why did we start? For me, it was the products. For me, it was feeling good. For me, it was thriving for free. For me, it was putting groceries in my freaking fridge. And if now, since COVID, since I started building my local team, that has evolved to community, and then helping them do that, helping them find their people to thrive for free, helping them get their products for free, helping them fill their freaking fridges. That is it for me. And I never have lost my passion, but I have lost my focus, and I will admit that. So that's what I'm getting back to. I'm getting back to me, Katie Sue.
And I think that that's where a lot of people have to realize is that you aren't going to be anybody else. Okay, you guys, you're not going to be Kaylee. You're not going to be Katie Sue. You're not going to be me. You're not going to be Angela or Kim or Lisa or, Courtney or whoever. Okay, you're not. All right. I've stood on plenty of stages, and I've sat there, and I've listen, you guys, I've totally glorified, like, I used to have a goal of like being up there and being a speaker. And I taught social media panel, me and another girl who actually isn't even part of this company anymore. And Liz, okay, in 2008, 2019, because it was 6 weeks after I had my weight loss surgery. All right. I think there's like 25 or 26,000 people there at conference that year because I was standing up on stage teaching, okay, social media panel to the entire company at like 250 pounds, 6 weeks after having gastric sleeve surgery. I got my millionaire award. These were things I wanted to do. And then you know what? I wanted my team up there. And by golly, it's made me so proud that our team has dominated the top leader, like the people that have won the GOAT awards. Angela, she's on here tonight, you guys, and she's went past 2 years in a row. Okay, she's not new. She keeps on hustling. She's doing it her way, though. Okay, she's not trying to be Facebook famous. She's not trying to be TikTok famous. She knows her groove is Instagram, and that's where she puts her focus and in her team and in her business. Okay, I want you to put your focus where it is that excites you, where it is that you can pour your passion and be you, figuring you out. I can tell you when I've been the most successful and the most on fire in my business, it was when I took all of the expectations of who I was supposed to be off of me and just freaking went for it. And went for it in the way that I got excited and I wanted to show up. And I didn't care if people thought that I was doing it the best way, the right way, the way they thought I should do it. The way it came out to the people following me was real. And they knew, anybody that has watched me for 9 years in or out of business, they know Amanda. They know who I am. And they know that I share my most vulnerable moments. I share my F-bombs, and I will be the first to tell somebody to fuck off. Okay. Because I don't want to work with you because you suck and you're a shitty person. Okay. And I'm going to tell you that because I am no better than anybody. Okay. And I have shitty days, and I suck at being the person to post every day because I hate getting up in the morning. All right. Like, I hate it. So I'm sorry if you guys have been doing that 90-day challenge, but anything that you have to do for 90 days consistently, I suck at. Okay. I'm just going to be honest with you. I suck at it because every day I'm a mess. Okay. I'm a mess. But what I can tell you is that if you can pick a couple things every day to show up and share your excitement about why you're even doing this, about a result that you got or somebody else got, and you keep on adding to your network and you keep on learning and growing. And like Katie Sue is talking about, I already ordered that book while you were talking because I didn't order it. I missed that call, but I've talked to Courtney plenty of times. I already ordered it. It's already like legit. It's like was ordered when you said it. Because I was like, yeah, okay, I need that. Check. And it's $15. It's on sale right now, by the way. If anybody wants to order the hardback, it's $15. Embrace. Hold on. Okay, Sue, put the book up again real quick.
It's Embrace Your Almost.
Yeah, like legit, you guys. I'm not even joking you right now. Like my order screen is still up. Like from my order being placed. Embrace Your Almost. I just showed everybody my address. I don't care. But the reality of it is, again, you will never become who you want to be being somebody else. Okay. And you will never be excited about your business being somebody else on social media and not being true to yourself. Okay. You are not going to be able to drag people along. You are not going to be able to motivate everybody. Okay. People are going to be motivated and excited because of following you. Okay. And you doing the actions, you inspire them by your actions. You don't have to go on every trip. You don't have to be on every getaway. You don't have to buy your team all kinds of crazy presents. Well, yes, those are nice things. Okay. And I've been there. I've lived that. And I've also gone into a hell of a lot of debt for stupid shit. Okay. And don't get me wrong, my team is worth it, man. Everything that I've ever given to my team has been 100% worth it. And boy, I want to have another one of those retreats when the timing is right. And when I can do it, right? My life has not been in a good place for that for a minute. And that sucks because I miss my team. And my wedding is during the 10-year anniversary. But you know what? I'm sitting here and guess what? Yes, there's going to be a couple people at that 10-year anniversary that I wish I could see, but my team isn't at that 10, like the rest of my team, my whole team isn't there. There's a few of them there and they're going to be there and celebrate. I'm going to be marrying my best friend that day. And I'm going to have a couple of people here celebrating with me. You guys have to believe in you though. All right. Like I can't make you work your business. I can't make you fall in love with Lavelle. I can't make you fall in love with Thrive. I do not go live. If you hate lives, don't go live. If you hate stories, don't do stories. If you hate Instagram, don't do Instagram. If you don't like Facebook, don't do Facebook. You know, you got to find a way to reach people and to network and to talk to people and to help people. And as long as you stay focused on helping people and you growing, I promise you, you're going to grow. Like that's literally the key to success. And I was going to talk about this promo, but honestly, you know, between now and the 14th, get 1200 QV. Okay. In your PPA, new customer orders, new promoter orders, read the details, the fine print. Okay. And you're going to get that $600 cash, 200 in credits. But I do want to say this, the customer over 400 order that you can't use credits on. Okay, guys, on those orders over 200 or over 400, you can't use credits. It's in the fine print. But think of it this, you can have a customer that that works with a friend. Okay. And for that $200 order, one of those friends could get the sculpt. Of course, it's going to ship to the one person, but one of them could get the sculpt, one of them could get the balance, and they could split that order and they'll have 50 credits that they could share, right? Like they can't send them to each other, but one person, like two best friends, a husband and wife, whatever, sisters, do a challenge. Yeah, so you can get people to 6 people doing the E60 challenge and detox with you. Put out a challenge of some kind, get creative. If you see somebody having a lot of success with something, reach out to them and ask them. Okay. Don't be afraid to reach out. I get questions all the time. Don't try to be something that you're not. I know I've said that a bazillion times, but I am a true believer that that I can't grow in that atmosphere. I have to grow where I know I can help other people be successful. And I know that people can be successful when they share these products, and they're sharing them not just to get the sale, but because they're trying to help somebody. I knew that the first day I took these products, I smiled for the first time and got up and cleaned my house for the first time in months. And I say that because like I was getting over my dad passing, and I going back to work at the hospital, and there was a lot of, my marriage was bad. And anyways, don't live a fake life, live a real life. And that's what's going to be inspiring to everybody. All right. I love you all. This recording will be up. Katie, Sue, Kaylee, anybody have any last minute things? Sorry, we took you guys a little bit over. Yeah, just expect that you're going to keep on seeing me show up a lot more. You're probably going to see me going live, because honestly, that's where I like to do it. And you'll probably see me on TikToks too. So lives and TikToks. I hate posts. I suck at wording. Normally it's misspelled and terrible punctuation. I almost said 10-year-old, 12-year-old yells at me to fix my punctuation so she can properly read my messages. Yeah, it's that bad. So anyways, just know. You got anything, Katie, Sue, Kaylee, anybody?
My last tip would probably just be like, especially for this promotion, the promoter part with the $600 cash and 200 credits, put something beside that that's actually going to be like, that means something to you. I already know my $600 cash bonus is going to pay off our DJ for my kid's quinceañera, or her 15th birthday. And then the 200 credits, that is 10 people with $20 off their next order. So I know exactly where that cash bonus is going and exactly how I'm using those credits. So.
Okay, I got to retract my wording, because I realize now what I said came out in a way that I don't want anybody to misunderstand it. Okay, because I just read Kaylee's comment. So when I say don't do it because you don't want to do it, okay, you can only use that so much as an excuse. All right, because here's the reality. Social media is constantly changing. All right. And you don't know things that you don't try to learn. All right. So give things a try and an open mind. All right. Because I made fun of TikTok too. And I thought that it was all about dancing. I hated lives at one time. Okay. So when I say, if you don't want to do this or you don't want to do that, don't do it. Please understand, I mean that if you are fire in another area, stick with that area. All right. And then tip your toes and learn the others. But do not think you can't be successful because you don't go live. Okay. I guess that's really what I'm saying, is that I know plenty of people that have been successful that don't ever go live. All right. But don't allow that to hold you back from trying it. Maybe you go live and you love it. Maybe you go TikTok and you hate it at first, but it grows on you. So what Kaylee said is absolutely true too. Okay. So I guess it's, I'm saying don't allow it to be your reason to not be successful, right? Like, you don't have to do everything. Find what it is that you're excited about, and run with that. I guess that's really more. Does that come out better? Kaylee, did that come out better that way? Because when I read your, I do disagree with that, because I used to hate Instagram. I'm like,
Kaylee,
shit,
took my
I bet you a
word.
lot of people think that. Damn it.
So yeah, no, guys, honestly, I'm telling you right now, I used to be scared to death to go live. I actually had my team just call me out the other day and
Have to
be like,
get out
no,
of
you
here.
haven't went live in forever. So, guys, the thing is, you have to get out of your comfort zones because
Yes.
that's how you're going to grow. Do the hard stuff first that you don't want to do. And honestly, I mean, you can reach so many different people. You're going to reach, I mean, I was the same way with TikTok and like,
Now
you know,
you love
and
it.
now and each one's different. I think that's why I love it so much because when you do learn something and I'm telling you, if you want to learn something, just Google it or whatever. Like you can reach so many different people on each platform and find your like niche on each platform and run with it. You don't have to be a like pro at it. So just do it.
I'm so glad you said that. And you
don't have
commented.
to know what you're doing.
I am so glad though that you actually disagreed with me. See, this is why we speak, you guys.
Amanda, I disagreed with you. She stole my words.
Listen.
I said never let the
and
fear
you
strike.
knew, yeah, but you knew when I said it, you knew I didn't mean it.
No,
that
I know.
way.
I said never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
One of the best freaking quotes ever. Babe Ruth.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Right? Who else knew that? Everybody on here, I hope, knew that quote.
Kaylee did not know that quote.
Yes, I did. He said, say it. I said, if I get a chance, I will. I said, why don't you say it?
It's true. It's true, though. You have to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow because honestly, you will never
You really do,
grow.
guys. If you stay where you are, guess what? You're probably going to stay stuck.
And try new hobbies. Look at all the people we got just from softball and other things that we've gotten into alone.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anyways, we could go on and on. I love you guys. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, Andrew.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you, Katie Sue. Bye, guys. Everybody have a good night. I'll get the recording up soon. All right. Bye. I'll shut up now.